I think Tesla as a company, like I think soon it'll touch just about everybody. Cause I think once all the legacy vehicle companies go bankrupt and Tesla's like the market dominator. If you drive a Tesla, great. If you own a Tesla, great. But chances are you're still going to be hailing a Tesla. Chances are like your neighbor is going to be using his car 10% of the time. 90% of the time it's going to be hailing, your kids around, and you're going to have a Tesla subscription that just gets you like basically like Uber, unlimited Ubers for the month, but for you and your family for a fixed fee per month or something like that, or maybe by the kilometer, right? So I think everyone's going to eventually be in there.
So go a bit into detail about that. What are you talking about when you're saying like an Uber, like a self-driving?
Yeah, I think Uber? I mean that's what the business is. That's what is built into its evaluation right now. I think like there's like $1 trillion automotive and mobility market, and that's what that Tesla is really moving towards faster than anybody. Like they have a crazy landslide lead against anybody else. And that's what the full self-driving, which is, it's not really full self-driving now, is aiming to collect as much data as possible so that these cars can just drive around anywhere better than humans.
So you think it's going to bankrupt all the rest of the companies?
I think they will all bankrupt for the most part, like a lot of the legacy deal. And I think it's just because they're too slow to catch up. And really the big thing, and we don't need to go too into Tesla today, because I could talk about Tesla for the whole podcast. Yeah. But the big critical point to me is, when you buy a car today, you go and you talk to the dealer and you negotiate, you do your thing. When you take that off the lot, it depreciates, and everyone knows that, right? And then over the years, it loses its value. They cost a lot to maintain, et cetera. Teslas are no different, right? Teslas depreciate as an asset.
Yeah.
But the difference is now it's a cash flowing depreciating asset. So now buying a Tesla could mean you own it, you use it, your family uses it, but then from the hours of 5 p.m. to 11 p.m., it could be a revenue driver for you and your family. When that happens, there's going to be a mass exodus of so many customers that are going to start buying, because it just makes more financial sense.
Yeah.
And when that happens, that's how leveraged all these companies are. They're so leveraged. They can't sustain that kind of loss. And then as soon as they do, they're not going to be able to produce EVs at scale. Because right now with Tesla, the way that they're just continuing to invest in these like giga presses at these giga factories, they're just printing Teslas now. This is like out of a scary movie. Like that's the way this company is growing, and they're just going to be sweating. They are sweating. But as soon as that happens, like that critical point where the vehicle now becomes a revenue generator, it's over. Like they're all going to have to, it's doomsday for them. So. Yeah. Huge potential for Tesla. If this is not financial advice, but that's why I believe in the stock a lot.
Yeah.
But
so do you think Tesla's going to release a lower end model than their model? Is it their Model 3? That's the most cheapest one right now.
Yeah. So there's rumors that they're going to have a 25,000. Keep in mind USD $25,000 vehicle, and I think the big thing was Asia, Europe, like because it's going to be compact. Yeah. And I think from what I've heard is that it's actually been pushed back. And this is actually a great segue, because the next thing I wanted to talk about was Tesla Bot.